Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Travel Tips with Neil Patil. It has happened to all of us. When we are in a new city, the first thing that we really look for is not that hotel room key, but it is free Wi-Fi. Come on, let's just admit it. All of us go hunting for internet just to post photos on Instagram or Facebook, or whether it's just to stay connected with our family and friends. But free Wi-Fi is something that we all look for, and why not? If you can get access to free internet, why pay for it? If you want to stay connected with your friends and family while traveling abroad, or get some work done on the road, or just research about the best place to eat at in a new city, then don't fear. Today we are going to talk about the simple tips that you should know when you are traveling next and you just want to access free internet. Number 1. Choose your hotel wisely. It might seem a bit obvious, but if you plan to use Wi-Fi while traveling, make sure you choose a hotel that offers it for free. Plenty of hotels, especially the larger chains, often charge a premium just for internet access. But when you're researching for your accommodation for your trip, make sure they offer internet or Wi-Fi free of charge. Many travel agents and booking sites will help you with this and state whether a hotel has free Wi-Fi or not. And if you are not sure, I would just suggest that you contact the hotel even before you have made that booking. Number 2, and I have done this so often. When you're in Japan, just walk into a Starbucks. When you're in the US or in Europe, just walk into a McDonald's. If you just can end up in a Starbucks or McDonald's, these global chain restaurants often, not all of them, but often have free Wi-Fi. It might mean that you may need to purchase an item off the menu, but hey, come on, who doesn't want a regular burger or chicken nuggets while you're surfing the internet? If you walk into an Apple store, internet is free all across the world at all Apple stores. So remember that if you want internet, if you are in a tourist place, there is probably a McDonald's or a Starbucks or an Apple store close by. Just walk in there, use their free Wi-Fi, upload those photos onto the internet, chat with your friends back home, and just give them an update. Give them FOMO of what you're really doing. Number 3, download a Wi-Fi finder app before you leave. Well, there are many apps that do this. There is an app called Wifi, there is an app called OpenSignal, there is an app called Wi-Fi Finder. Well, most of these apps are going to help you find free Wi-Fi using your location. So it's an app that lets you just find free Wi-Fi. Simply type in your location and the map populates with all of the free Wi-Fi locations. Well, I have had a mixed experience with this. In a place like Melbourne, this worked really well, but in a place like Tokyo, it was hard to use many of these apps. But it's also worth trying to find an app that caters specifically to where you are traveling to. Have a look on your app store in your country before you leave and download just one of them that populate your search results. But it's always good to have one of these on your phone. Number 4, and I have done this in Copenhagen, I have done this in Melbourne. Visit the local library. The local library in most of these places has more than just books. Public spaces like libraries often have free Wi-Fi and are a great place to get some work done. So what I did in Melbourne was I had 2 hours to kill, and just to kill those 2 hours, I visited a local library, and the local library just often has free Wi-Fi. So it's not just books, but there is also free Wi-Fi that you can access. Number 5. Well, this is something that maybe all of us may not be able to do, but I have often seen that if you are traveling with a local, you can just ask the local to give you a personal hotspot, and that often helps. When I was in Copenhagen, I had a friend who was from Denmark, and he just ensured that I had access to Wi-Fi throughout. Number 6. Nowadays, many countries have portable hotspots that you can really have in your backpack while you're traveling around the city. So what this gives you access to is not just uninterrupted internet all throughout, but also tells you how much data you have used and how much data you have remaining. In many cities, most of the local tourist councils or tourist offices have started this because tourists often need uninterrupted internet, and the more you post about a particular city, you are promoting that city to people all across the world. So why not? So many of the tourist offices across the world have started offering cheaper portable hotspots for people, and one of the best things about these hotspot devices, you can connect multiple devices at a time, and some of them just allow you to connect like 5 or 10 devices. Isn't that great? If you're traveling in a group, You could just have this one device that you pick up at the airport and you are sorted for the rest of the trip. And finally, I want to end with a word of caution and not a tip. When you're using free Wi-Fi and you also have your local SIM card or international SIM card in your phone, make sure you are using the internet over Wi-Fi and not over your international SIM card, because you don't want to come back home with all of those incredible memories from your trip and then realize that all this time you had just been using your cellular internet and not Wi-Fi, and that will be a bummer. Trust me, you don't want to be in that spot, because I have been in that spot many times. So I have learned the hard way. I don't want you to learn the hard way. So continue being a smart traveler, and I will see you next week. Thank you.